What's up, YouTube? Today we are going to work on a 2008 Buick Enclave CXL. Today we will be removing the wheel and tire so that we can get to the components we need to replace. First, we're going to remove the lug nut cover. Just grab a flat tip screwdriver and you're just going to gently pry until it starts to peel, and then gently remove it. Set it somewhere where it will not get scratched up. The lug nuts are 22 millimeter. Make sure I have all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Usually I put them right in the cover, that way I don't lose them. I'm going to go ahead and remove the tire. The best way to do that, especially if it's been on there a while, just kind of give it a hit and it'll kind of come forward, and you can go ahead and just grab in there and remove it right out of the way. Put it in a safe area where it's not going to smash anyone, preferably laying down. As you can see, I not only have my floor jack for safety measures, but I also have my floor stand also. What we're going to be replacing today is the upper and lower control arms on the rear left passenger side and right driver's side of a 2008 Buick Enclave. I wanted to show you on this front one here how much play we got. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. That is why, as you can see me moving it, it's making the tire move like this down the road, which is not only eating up my tire, but it plays havoc when it's windy, and it definitely can be dangerous. That's why I need to replace these. This also has some play here. You're not going to feel the play as much until I get some of the weight off of it, but it definitely needs replaced as well. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is take this front bolt off right here. It is a 21 millimeter, and on the back side here, hopefully you got plenty of light to see what I'm doing. On the back side here, it's one full bolt all the way through. So I'm going to go ahead and hook onto it with this one and let it rest right against there, against the frame. I'm going to take my impact, makes it a lot easier than busting knuckles. Just like so. You can see it, so slide right in and out. Now I gotta squeeze back there and get that other one. Best way to get this might be right here, actually. I apologize if you can't see this. I will take the camera off my head so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Let's see if I can't lay down and give you a little better view here. Trying to get on this back bolt right here. Just like so. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I'm on the back side. And I'm going to take that front one off right there. So, I don't got room for the gun, unfortunately. So brute strength is what I'm going to have to go with. Alrighty. Let's go with a shorty. it's moving, but it is tight. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. It is loosening up pretty good now, so that makes it easier. See if I can get it with my fingers now. Oh yeah. Here it comes. Alright. Alright, we finally got it out. This is the culprit right here. Like I was telling you before, these slide just a certain way, that way you can adjust it, and that's what's going to bring that tire in and out. So we got those off. And we got the old one, which you can definitely see it's definitely shot. It is no bueno, that's for sure. Here is the new one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that doesn't have any play. The bushings look brand spanking new. Yep, big difference there. Big difference. And that's what we're going to install. First thing we got to do is we need to take off this upper rear control arm here. And the first thing we got to do is get these lines out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will be back. All right, guys, we are back. As you can see, I got all these lines off here, and what this is actually one of the brake lines. Hopefully I get a good picture here for you. So these just unclip, and this one right here, you just pry it open with a flat tip. It comes right out. It actually snaps right back. When you replace this, you'll want to squeeze this with some pliers and get this out, because the new one doesn't come with these clamps to hold them in, and you'll definitely want that. So the first thing I did is I went ahead and loosened this up. 21 millimeter bolt on the other side right there, 21 millimeter. I went ahead and loosened it up, and as you can see, I got my 21 on one side, my socket here on another. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that off. That way we can get that out. Basically, I don't want it to fall this way and pull out the shaft here. So I'm gonna do that in the back first, and we'll go from there. What up, guys? We are back. All right, so what I did is I used some inventive trimmer line, which is pretty strong, to hold this up so this shaft doesn't come out. As you can see, I popped this out just like so, and it's just resting there. And then I just got this done here. Let's see if I get just a little bit more, and this will be done. There we go. And I'm gonna slightly take that off. And this has that same thing where it's got that washer. And I will show you as soon as I get it off what I'm talking about. Okay. Here's that one side, same thing again. As you can see, it's even got a mark, which is nice. That helps a lot. So that'll go here, and then it should just pull right out. I'm really hoping it does. Beautiful. Beautiful. And there it is. I will put it right back. That way we do not lose anything. Come on, baby. Here we go. And that is for the rear on that. By the way, this right here is a 10 millimeter. So if you didn't want to move this setting, which I did not, as you can see, it's clearly marked still. That way it'd be easier for me to do that. I would have done that on the first one, but I didn't know I was going to run into the frame. So now that that is gone, this should just drop out just like so. I'm going to move away from that just in case that would snap. I don't think it will, but I ain't taking chances. Here you can see how bad it is. Hopefully I'm getting you a good camera view. It should not do that. That's wore out. And that's what was doing this very heavy vehicle down the highway, and it was actually scary sometimes. So this is the driver's side rear upper control arm, and as you can see, here is the new one, and it does not move at all. I'll make sure this is the right. Yep, it looks exact to me. Looks real good. All right, guys. As you can see, I got the bolt in. I don't know if you can see very good. I haven't tightened anything down yet because I wanted to make sure that everything's in there like it should. Again, those are those back bolts. Those are how you actually adjust the toe in and toe out and your camber. So say you're above your wheel, so your toe in is going to be this way, back and forth, and your camber is actually going to be this way, the way your wheel rides. That way you're going to want a little bit of camber because when you put weight on the vehicle, you want it to lay straight. I'm going to go ahead and continue on here. It's pretty much self-explanatory putting it back, but I will show you once I get this on, because I didn't show you when I took this part off here. So I will show you that part for sure. So when I get back. Okay guys, so far I've installed this bolt. Again, not tightening anything, just finger tightening everything right now. I got that one in there, as you can see, and I'm working on tightening it. I got this lower one right here on, again, finger tight. And now I just need to put this up here and then finger tighten that one. Everything's going real smooth. One of the videos that I watched before, and I'm not sure if the guy had a broken spring or not, but I mean, he took everything apart. He took the shock off, he took the spring off. He pretty much dropped the entire thing like he was replacing the lower A arm here. But you don't have to do that. It's actually fairly simple. Like I said, you'll want to tie it up on this top bolt of your shock here, and then around, as you can see right here, around this piece right here, which is basically your hub that goes into your shaft that drives for the all-wheel drive. Other than that, I really haven't had any problems. None of the bolts have been too difficult. You know, as soon as I say that, I go to the next side, and it's going to be a nightmare. But things are going really good, and we'll get back as soon as we get everything back on, and we'll see how it works. Okay, we have ran into an issue on this other side. Both of these rear, so you can see them, both of these rear bolts here on this side with this front control and the rear control. Let me see if I can get a good view of it. Right there. Both of them are in there and they are seized up. I have done everything. As you can see, they're attached. So I'm gonna have to sawzall them off, and I had to order new bolts. So that is an issue you're gonna have to be aware of when you get down to it. So once they come in, I will reinstall them, and I'll get a video of that.